Finding setups is the easy part. Actually executing and finding an entry is the difficult part, especially when you're entering on a lower time frame. Someone just asked me, how would I confirm my entry in real time? I was staring at it sweep into the golden pocket, but I didn't know when to enter. This is a huge problem that most beginner traders face. They can identify a setup, but actually going to a lower time frame and knowing when to enter is the hard part. That's what I'm going to cover in today's video. Of course, I'm going to be going over a real-time example on Hype. This was an A+ setup. I've been talking about this setup multiple times, and I alerted everyone in my pro group as price came down to this level. So we're going to jump into the Hype chart. So I've already made countless videos on my trading strategy, so I'm not going to go over that in this video. If you guys want to learn my trading strategy, I've made tons of other videos. So just go to my channel and watch one of the most recent strategy videos where I cover the actual trading strategy. But this video is going to be on the entry model, okay? Because there are multiple entry models depending on the setup that I use. Keep in mind, something that I do differently compared to most traders is that I don't trade every single day, okay? If I don't see an A+ setup, I'm not going to take the trade. So I might only take 1 to 2 trades per week, guys, which is only 7 to 8 trades per month, but I have a 70% plus win rate. And it's because I'm waiting for all of these criteria to line up. I'm waiting for certain things to show on the chart, and then I'm going down to a lower time frame and waiting for my tested and proven entry criteria. So the first thing you need to actually enter a trade is bullish and bearish divergences, or at least overbought and oversold zones on your momentum oscillator. Now, if you guys don't trade with a momentum oscillator, there is a free version you can use called Fu Manchu Cipher B. It's a knockoff of the market cipher indicator. However, that's too complex for me. I like to keep trading simple. It's what I've always done. The name of my brand is literally Easy Trades. I try to simplify trading. So I've developed my own momentum oscillator called the Easy Oscillator, which is, by the way, first link in the description below, part of the Easy Algo Indicator bundle. But this makes it very easy for me to tell what the momentum is doing. Now, when I look for an entry, I look for a lower time frame entry at a higher time frame level. Let me say that again. I'm looking for a lower time frame entry at a higher time frame level. So even though I am by definition maybe scalping the markets, it's not really scalping because I'm still using higher time frame levels. I'm using higher time frame confluences, and then I'm jumping down to a lower time frame to look for those discrepancies in price and momentum. Now, a discrepancy between price and momentum is called a divergence. Okay, so this is when momentum and price are doing the opposite. Okay, so we're gonna take this example here on this previous Hype trade. Okay, so I can see that as we're making a lower low, okay, I can clearly see, right, price is making a lower low as momentum is increasing to the upside, okay? And my algorithm flashed this real-time bullish div signal. And just to prove that this is indeed real-time, we do not mess with any repaint indicators over here, okay? We're gonna go into replay mode, boom. Okay, we're in replay mode. We can see from this level that price is making a lower low, sweeping this previous low at our high time frame level, at our high time frame golden pocket. We're looking for long positions, right? But we want to wait for that 15-minute bullish divergence to confirm, which it confirms here on this candle. As soon as I see this bullish divergence confirm, after we've swept not only one set of liquidity here, but actually 2 lows, okay? We swept this liquidity here, we've swept this liquidity here, and we've tagged into our high time frame golden pocket. So a lot of confluences here telling us to go long. Now, me personally, I will enter the long position as soon as that bullish div confirms after this candle. Okay, so boom. Okay, bullish div confirms. I'm entering here. I'm putting my stop loss in this case below this swing low. Okay, if it taps the swing low, then my idea is invalidated. I really want to see price hold this level. Okay, so again, I see that bullish div. I enter the trade. Now I'm letting the trade ride. Okay, how do I manage this trade? Well, I want to take profits. Not take profits. I want to make break even, otherwise known as risk free, at around a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2. So this really depends on the trade setup. It depends how it looks. If I'm looking for an A+ setup, it's usually around a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 risk to reward. So as soon as we tap this set of liquidity up here, right, these local highs, I will make the trade risk-free, otherwise known as break even. You can even make it break even here. I think I said make the trade risk-free here. So what is that in this case? I think it must be, around a 1-to-1, okay? Around a 1-to-1 risk to reward, we're making the trade risk-free. And all that means is that we're moving our stop loss from down here up to our initial entry. So we're gonna let the trade ride. Okay, boom. It taps this level of liquidity pretty quickly, right? So trades break even, and you would have taken your first profits here, okay? So you're not actually taking your first profit until at least, a 1-to-2, 1-to-3. In this case, it's around a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So at this point, you'd scale 50%, scale 60%, and then probably take the rest at these highs. And then we're out of the trade. Okay. At that point, our thesis has been validated. We look for the next trade, but this is how I find an entry. Now, I do like to go down to a lower time frame as well. This comes down to your skill level, okay? Like how much do you actually know about trading? Okay, so if we go down to a 5 minute, again, I can see some AMD, okay? That means accumulation, right? We're forming this range here, this mini range, accumulation, manipulation into our golden pocket, sweeping these lows, and then distribution. So if you want to enter on the 5 minute time frame, again, you'd be looking for bullish divs. In this particular trade, we did not get bullish divs on the 5 minute time frame. Instead, we got that buy dot, right? If we zoom in, we got that buy dot here on the 5 minute. But my entry criteria on the 5 minute would have been an inverse fair value gap. So I can see right here at our entry, we have this bearish fair value gap, and we immediately inverse that with a blue buy candle on the easy algo indicator. Okay, so we can see that the trend changes from gray to blue. So I'll use the easy algo indicator to actually help me enter, right? So some people don't know how I actually use the trend bar color or the confirmation signals, I will call it if I turn these on. Okay, I use the confirmation signals to actually help me enter the trade. So as soon as I see we sweep that low, we have an inverse fair value gap, and we get that buy signal, that's where I'm entering the trade, guys. And because we're on a 5 minute, we want to keep our stop loss pretty tight. So we're literally catching the absolute bottom. And that's how you get those 6 to 7 risk to reward trades. Now, if you are still an unprofitable trader, or maybe you're profitable, then honestly, I wouldn't even recommend going to a 5 minute. I'd stay on a 15 minute time frame, keep a looser stop loss below this low, or actually at this low here. Okay, and this would be my entry model. Okay, I'd wait for that bullish div to confirm. I'd wait for a bullish candle. If I really want to wait for that buy candle, I could. Okay, I can enter here on this buy signal on the 15 minute time frame. This also is inversing this previous bearish fair value gap. So we also have an IFEG. Keep in mind, when you're trading using IFEGs, this is going to be a more confident trade, okay? But also a less risk to reward. So you need to have a higher win rate. Personally, what I'll do is just enter after the bullish div is confirmed, and then I'll just anticipate this bullish inverse fair value gap. So I'm getting in before this massive bullish candle here. But if you want to wait for that confirmation buy signal to confirm, you can do that as well. So either way, it's still a 2 to 3 risk to reward trade running so far. Obviously, this trade is risk-free. Let's go over another example of an A+ setup and how to enter. We're going to go to XRP here. So guys, one of my trading rules, and you should know this by now, is I don't trade unless price is at the golden pocket at least. Okay, so if you take our Fibonacci retracement level from this swing low to this swing high, I will not enter a trade unless it comes down to this golden pocket. That's my trading rule. I back tested my strategy. This is what works best for me. I do not enter no matter what confluences I get at the 0.5 fib. I will not enter unless I'm at the golden pocket to the 786. This is my optimal trade entry. This is where I'm looking to get into a trade. Obviously, I've called this setup in advance inside the Pro Discord as well. But same thesis as hype here, okay? We have our key level. We have our Fibonacci retracement zone. All we want to do is jump down to a 15-minute time frame. Okay, we're waiting for that golden pocket to get tagged. We're seeing some bullish divergences. As soon as that bullish divergence confirms, which is right here on this bullish candle, we would enter the trade. Stop loss somewhere around here. And again, we'll make the trade risk-free as soon as this high is taken, and we will target our first take profit at this high at around a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. Okay. So same thing, guys. If you want to go down to a 5-minute time frame, you can, but just stick on the 15-minute. Just stick to the 15-minute. If you really want to go to the 5-minute, you can, look for those confirmation buy signals to help you enter the trade. That's totally fine. But all you're doing is waiting for the bullish divergence to confirm. And you're looking for some sort of bullish candle, right? Some sort of bullish consolidation or strong bullish candle. Like personally, me, after I see this candle here on the 15-minute time frame with this long bullish tail, and then we get that bullish div to confirm, that's my entry right there, guys. Okay, that's my trade entry. And now I'm in the long position. I'm making this trade risk-free as soon as this most recent liquidity high gets taken. Now, the reason we want to make the trade risk-free as opposed to just taking profit is because if we were to take profit here, it's only a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We'd be taking half of our profit there. That's not a good risk to reward ratio. It's not a profitable strategy in the long run, at least the way I trade. So I'll make it risk free. And the reason we make it break even or risk free is because for all we know, price could fail this level and continue down lower, still into our optimal trade entry zone, but just go a little bit lower, maybe tag to that 786 fib or our high time frame zone. So we don't want to be caught in a long position if this were to happen. So we'd simply move our stop loss to break even at this point and let the rest of the trade ride to our TP1 and beyond that. So I know you guys are probably thinking it literally cannot be that easy. There's no way you just wait for a key level to get tapped, go to a 15-minute time frame, wait for a bullish reaction and a bullish divergence. yeah, that's literally it. Most of the time, trading is simple. Like, people like to overcomplicate trading, make it sound like it's so difficult and it's way more confusing than it actually is. All you need is a tested and proven system, which I can provide to you, which I teach you guys nearly every single day on this YouTube channel for free. So even if you're not inside my pro group, even if you don't have the indicators that I have, you can still do the same thing. You can still use free alternatives and do the same thing yourself. Now, I do call everything in advance inside of my pro group. Now, the reason I do this is to not only make my members money and make them profits, but also so they can learn directly from me every single day, right? You can see here in my TA channel, I'm literally every single day, guys, I'm literally posting my setups, showing you guys what levels I am looking at, why I am looking at these certain levels, doing daily market analysis. We also have signals as well. I have my long-term signals here. We have Neil, Hawk. We even have some trench alerts now. Guys, we have everything on lock. If you're not inside of the pro group, then I don't know what to tell you. So make sure to click that first link in the description below to get access to the pro group. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Leave a like on this video if you have enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more trading content, and I'll see you guys next video.